Hi, I'm December Voyles from the EDU 104 class, section 001, first 8 weeks of spring 2013 on Tuesdays from 3:05 to 5:05. The book that I read was Extraordinary Teachers: The Essence of Excellent Teaching by Stephenson. I'm going to talk about my favorite passage, which is from the chapter called Life's Meaning by John Granrose on page 43. It says, I was startled by a colleague's challenge. Would you give your life for philosophy? You know, if you spend your whole life teaching philosophy and then you die without having done anything else, you have given your life for philosophy. The question has remained with me to this day. Would you give your life for whatever? Well, what is worth dying for anyway? I found this passage really fascinating because I had never really thought about it that way, but I think that it's true. I think this is a question that everyone who is considering teaching a specific subject should ask themselves, because if a person is not willing to give their life for their subject, their career will be a waste for both themselves and the students that they teach. And if they would not be willing to give their life for it, it shows that it is not a priority in their lives, and there must be something else that they would rather be doing. And obviously there is no room for them in the field of education. Extraordinary Teachers talks a lot about the importance of passion in teachers. The teachers who are truly outstanding in their students' minds as well as in their career are the ones who are genuinely enthusiastic about their subjects. They are the ones who have the energy and the interest to share with their students. I had a high school teacher once who just didn't seem to care. She never smiled. She just read us PowerPoints and gave us worksheets. And she never tried to challenge us or be creative in her classroom or anything like that. Compared to some of my other teachers who were constantly adjusting the class to meet our needs and actually put their hearts into educating us, she was hardly an extraordinary teacher. Sure, most of us did well in her class, but it didn't really mean anything, and I had no reason to look back on her as a favorite teacher. Someone who becomes a science teacher just because it seemed like a good idea, or they didn't want to do anything else, or whatever other reason, is just not going to have the energy for the students to absorb, which is what I think motivates students to learn. An extraordinary teacher must have that same passion which would bring them to dedicate their lives to a subject. And as I thought about it more, I realized that the question, what is worth dying for, in this context, is the same question as what is worth living for. And I believe that the subject a teacher teaches should be the answer to both of those questions. I know that I have had teachers of both kinds, teachers who do not have this kind of motivation and teachers who do. And obviously the teachers who do are the ones that I love the most and the ones who taught me the most. So when I read that passage, I stopped and asked myself whether or not I would give my life to the German language and the teaching of it. I decided that I would, and I have made that pledge to myself. Hopefully it is something that I will keep throughout my career. I hope to become the kind of teacher who is happy with the thing that they are pursuing to the death. That's why I'm glad that I chose this book. Thank you so much.